Welcome back, travel enthusiasts, to another exciting episode of Mayo Daily. I'm your host, Usman Haider, and today, we're jetting off to the enchanting city of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Join me as we explore the bustling streets, iconic landmarks, and vibrant cultural scene that make Kuala Lumpur a must-visit destination for adventurers and foodies alike. From the towering Petronas Twin Towers to the historic charms of Merdeka Square, get ready for an unforgettable journey through the heart of Malaysia's capital city. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the magic of Kuala Lumpur together. In the bustling metropolis of Kuala Lumpur, there stands a pair of architectural marvels that have come to symbolize not only the city but also the nation of Malaysia itself, the Petronas Twin Towers. Rising majestically to a height of 451 meters, these twin skyscrapers were once the tallest buildings in the world. The Petronas Towers are an epitome of modern engineering and design, featuring a sleek facade made of steel and glass that gleams under the Malaysian sun. Constructed between 1992 and 1998, the towers were designed by the renowned Argentine-American architect Cesar Pelli, who drew inspiration from Islamic motifs and geometric patterns in creating their distinctive appearance. The towers are connected by a skybridge on the 41st and 42nd floors, offering breathtaking panoramic views of the city below. Each tower comprises 88 floors, housing offices, retail outlets, and even a concert hall, reflecting Kuala Lumpur's status as a global economic hub. The construction of the Petronas Twin Towers was a monumental feat of engineering, involving innovative techniques to overcome the challenges posed by their immense height and complex design. Advanced materials and construction methods were employed to ensure the tower's stability and safety, including a high-strength concrete core and a sophisticated system of steel girders. Today, the Petronas Twin Towers stand as a symbol of Malaysia's ambition and progress, attracting millions of visitors from around the world who come to marvel at their towering splendor. Whether viewed from afar, against the backdrop of Kuala Lumpur's skyline, or up close, with their towering presence looming overhead, the Petronas Twin Towers never fail to captivate and inspire awe. They serve as a testament to Malaysia's journey towards modernity and its aspirations for the future, making them an essential stop on any visit to Kuala Lumpur. Kuala Lumpur's cultural diversity is a vibrant tapestry woven from the threads of Malay, Chinese, Indian, and indigenous influences, creating a cityscape that is as dynamic as it is eclectic. One of the best ways to experience this rich mosaic is to explore the city's various neighborhoods, each offering its own unique blend of traditions, cuisines, and customs. Chinatown, also known as Petaling Street, is a bustling enclave where the sights, sounds, and smells of Chinese culture come alive. Narrow alleyways are lined with vibrant stalls selling everything from traditional Chinese medicines and herbal remedies to colorful trinkets and souvenirs. The air is filled with the tantalizing aromas of street food, with hawkers skillfully preparing delicacies like steaming bowls of wonton noodles, crispy roasted duck, and fragrant dim sum. Lanterns strung overhead cast a warm glow, adding to the festive atmosphere that pervades the neighborhood, especially during Chinese festivals like Lunar New Year. Just a stone's throw away from Chinatown lies Little India, a vibrant quarter that transports visitors to the bustling streets of the Indian subcontinent. Here, the air is heavy with the scent of spices and incense, and the strains of Bollywood music fill the air. Brightly colored saris and intricately embroidered fabrics adorn the storefronts, while vendors peddle fragrant jasmine garlands and traditional Indian sweets. Food stalls offer a tantalizing array of Indian delicacies, from spicy curries and savory samosas to crispy dosas and sweet jalebis. Little India is not just a place to shop and eat but also a cultural hub where visitors can immerse themselves in the traditions and customs of Malaysia's Indian community. Throughout Kuala Lumpur, one can also find mosques, temples, and churches, each serving as a testament to the city's religious diversity and tolerance. From the majestic Sultan Abdul Samad Jamek Mosque to the ornate Sri Mahamariamman Temple and the historic St. Mary's Cathedral, these sacred sites offer a glimpse into the spiritual beliefs and practices of Malaysia's multicultural society. Whether wandering through the bustling markets of Chinatown, savoring the flavors of Little India, or exploring the city's diverse religious landmarks, visitors to Kuala Lumpur are sure to be captivated by the kaleidoscope of cultures that make this city truly unique. It is this cultural diversity that defines the soul of Kuala Lumpur and ensures that there is always something new and exciting to discover around every corner. Merdeka Square, often referred to as Dataran Merdeka, holds a significant place in the heart of Kuala Lumpur as a symbol of Malaysia's journey to independence. This historic square spans 8.6 acres and is surrounded by some of the city's most iconic landmarks, making it a focal point for both locals and tourists alike. At the center of Merdeka Square stands the majestic Sultan Abdul Samad building, an architectural masterpiece that once served as the administrative center of British colonial rule in Malaysia. With its Moorish-style domes, arched colonnades, and intricate details, the building is a striking example of colonial-era architecture and continues to be a prominent feature of Kuala Lumpur's skyline. Today, it houses the offices of the Ministry of Information, Communications, and Culture. Dominating one end of Merdeka Square is the towering flagpole, which stands at an impressive height of 95 meters and is one of the tallest flagpoles in the world. It is here that Malaysia's national flag was hoisted for the first time at the stroke of midnight on August 31, 1957, marking the country's independence from British rule. Since then, Merdeka Square has been the site of numerous national celebrations and events, including the annual Merdeka Day Parade and fireworks display. Surrounding the square are several other notable landmarks, including the Royal Selangor Club, a colonial-era social club known for its striking white facade and lush green lawns. Nearby, visitors can also find the Kuala Lumpur City Gallery, which offers interactive exhibits and displays showcasing the history and development of the city. Merdeka Square is not only a place of historical significance but also a vibrant public space where locals gather to relax, exercise, and socialize. On any given day, the square buzzes with activity, from families enjoying picnics on the grass to tourists snapping photos against the backdrop of the Sultan Abdul Samad building. As visitors wander through Merdeka Square, they can't help but feel a sense of pride and reverence for the events that have unfolded here and the role that this historic site has played in shaping the identity of modern Malaysia. It serves as a reminder of the struggles and sacrifices of those who fought for freedom and independence, making it a must-visit destination for anyone seeking to understand the rich tapestry of Malaysian history and culture. Kuala Lumpur's culinary scene is a vibrant reflection of the city's multicultural fabric, offering a diverse array of flavors and cuisines that tantalize the taste buds and satisfy every craving. From street food stalls to upscale restaurants, the city is a paradise for food lovers seeking to explore the rich tapestry of Malaysian gastronomy. One of the best ways to experience Kuala Lumpur's culinary delights is by exploring its bustling street markets and hawker stalls, where the air is filled with the enticing aroma of sizzling meats, fragrant spices, and freshly cooked delicacies. Jalan Alor, located in the heart of Bukit Bintang, is a renowned food street that comes alive at night with rows of stalls offering everything from succulent grilled seafood and char kway teow, stir-fried noodles, to aromatic satay skewers and crispy roti canai, flaky flatbread. Visitors can feast on an array of dishes while soaking in the lively atmosphere and vibrant street scenes that make Jalan Alor a must-visit destination for food enthusiasts. For those seeking a more refined dining experience, Kuala Lumpur boasts a plethora of upscale restaurants and eateries that showcase the best of Malaysian and international cuisine. From chic rooftop bars with panoramic views of the city skyline to elegant fine dining establishments serving innovative fusion dishes, there is no shortage of options for discerning diners. Some notable culinary destinations include the iconic Atmosphere 360 revolving restaurant in the KL Tower, offering breathtaking views and a sumptuous buffet spread, and the award-winning Tamarind Springs, nestled amidst lush tropical greenery and serving contemporary Thai cuisine in a serene setting. No culinary journey through Kuala Lumpur would be complete without sampling some of the city's most iconic dishes. Nasi lemak, Malaysia's national dish, is a fragrant rice dish cooked in coconut milk and served with a variety of accompaniments such as spicy sambal, crispy anchovies, and boiled eggs. Roti canai, a type of Indian-influenced flatbread, is another must-try dish, best enjoyed with a side of flavorful curry or dal for dipping. And for the adventurous foodie, there's the infamous durian fruit, known for its pungent aroma and creamy texture, which elicits strong reactions from both fans and detractors alike. Whether you're exploring the bustling street markets, dining in a Michelin-starred restaurant, or sampling exotic fruits at a local market, Kuala Lumpur offers a culinary adventure like no other. With its diverse flavors, vibrant street food culture, and innovative dining scene, the city continues to delight and inspire food lovers from around the world, making it a destination not to be missed for anyone with a passion for gastronomy. As we bid farewell to the enchanting streets of Kuala Lumpur, I hope you've enjoyed this immersive journey through Malaysia's vibrant capital city. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode of Mayo Daily. And remember, adventure awaits around every corner, so keep exploring, keep discovering, and until next time, happy travels. This is Usman Haider signing off from Mayo Daily. Terima kasih, thank you, and selamat tinggal, goodbye, from Kuala Lumpur.